Ikaw ba ay sakitin? Maraming sakit at hindi mo alam kung saan ito nanggagaling. Baka napapasobra ka sa isa sa 7 pagkain ito na dapat mong iwasan if you want to fully heal. So, number 1 group of foods are drinks. Sugary, inflammatory drinks na mataas sa high fructose corn syrup. Number 1 dito would be sodas. Yung mga carbonated sodas, iba't ibang klase yan. Merong mga cola, merong mga lemon drinks, and included dito yung mga fruit juices. Kahit pasabihin na lang natural fruit juice ito ay loaded pa rin with fructose. And also, kasama na dyan yung milk tea, yung mga fraps, and other drinks na loaded with sugar. So, that's the number 1 thing na nagkukos ng inyong mga sakit. If kayo ay merong fatty liver, kung kayo ay parating sumasakit yung ulo, kung kayo ay parating namamaga sa kung saan-saan, that can be the reason. However, if you are avoiding that, baka napapasobra kayo sa second food group na ito, and this food group would be the sweets and desserts. So, yung mga chocolates, yung mga leche flan, yung mga fruit salad. Kahit pa sabihin mong natural fruits yan, pero kung nilalagyan nyo ito ng kondensada, nilalagyan nyo ito ng asukal, at kung ano-ano pa, that is actually very inflammatory because of the amount of glucose and fructose in those foods. Regular cheesecake, chocolate cake, kahit carrot cake pa yan, all of those are actually loaded with sugar. However, if you are avoiding those desserts, baka napapasobra kayo sa third food group na ito, and this third food group would be kanin. So here in the Philippines, sobrang dabe kung kumain ng kanin. Every restaurant na nagsiserve ng only rice are very, very proud sa kanilang only rice. At kung kayo ay parating nag-a-avail ng inyong only rice, ay baka kayo ay diabetic na or candidate for diabetes or with other signs of insulin resistance that can reflect as laki ng tiyan, pagkakaroon ng mga taba-taba sa atay, visceral fats, and because sa mga babae, pagtaas ng uric acid, pagtaas ng triglycerides, those are all part and parcel of metabolic syndrome that may be related to insulin resistance. However, if you've been avoiding rice din, baka napapasobra kayo sa fourth group of food na ito, and that would be bread. So, any kind of bread, kahit pandesal pa yan, wheat bread, or kahit pa whole grain bread. And of course, if you are fond of white bread, all the more sila yung pinakamataas na glycemic index na mag-shoot up ng inyong blood sugar at eventually ay mag-shoot up din ng inyong insulin load sa katawan. Something that we want to avoid if we want to lower down yung pamamaga or inflammation natin sa katawan, because inflammation is the root cause of many illness sa ating modern society ngayon. However, if nag-avoid na rin kayo ng mga bread, ay baka napapasobra kayo sa fifth group of food na ito, and that fifth group of food would be noodles, pasta, at kung ano-ano pa. Because as much as we want to believe that noodles and pasta is made for longer life, kung napapasobra yung pagkain nyo nito, this is still under yung tinatawag nating starch, tulad ng kanin, tulad ng tinapay. These are starch or isang uri ng carbohydrates na hindi matamis. It's actually matabang, pero kapag ito ay naiproseso na ng ating katawan, it will still become glucose. Starch is like pill na pera, and glucose are the coins or barya. That's why we may not feel na mabigat na ito or matamis na ito, but the load, the quantity of glucose in there is still going to be too much. That's why I hope you will lessen your food intake in those top 5. However, if umiiwas na kayo sa mga soft drinks, sa mga fruit juices, umiiwas din kayo sa mga desserts, umiiwas na rin kayo, including ice cream, umiiwas na rin kayo sa rice, umiiwas na kayo sa tinapay, at sa mga pansit and pasta, pero meron pa rin kayong sakit, meron pa rin fatty liver, try to look at your fruit intake. So that's our 6th food group na pwedeng maging rason kung bakit kayo hindi pa rin gumagaling, kung bakit kayo sakitin. Too much fruit intake, paubos ng 10 saging in one day, nakakaubos ng 1 kilong mangustin, 1 kilong guyabano sa isang araw. those could be the culprit because as much as natural fruit is generally okay, kailangan i-consume natin yan with caution. Hindi yan pang unlimited. Because yung fruits po, mababa man siya sa glucose, but mataas ito sa fructose. And fructose is just one step away into becoming triglycerides na nakakapagpataas ng ating bad cholesterol in our blood. That's the reason also why mataas yung inyong cholesterol kahit umiiwas na kayo sa mga matatabang pagkain because fructose can be converted into triglycerides. And of course, especially for diabetics, hindi yan basta-basta nadedetect sa inyong glucometer, pero its effect on your liver and in your overall health is actually not good. Research show na nag-worsen ito ng insulin resistance. So, should you eat fruits? Dapat pa konti-konti lang, maybe half or 1/4 apple a day. Avoid yung mga very sweet, very high in glucose and fructose like ripe mangoes and banana. But you can also enjoy naman other low-carb fruits tulad ng niyog. So, yung buko, when it's already mature, it's something that you can enjoy, including other low-carb fruits like berries. But of course, always eat them in moderation with caution. Never pang unlimited. Never pang eat all you can yung fruits. And lastly, pang 7th food group na baka kailangan mong iwasan if napapasobra yung pagkain mo nito. And this could be the reason why hindi pa kayo gumagaling kahit pa umiiwas kayo sa soft drinks, sa fruit juices, sa ice cream and desserts, sa kanin, fried rice, sinangag rice, sa mga tinapay, pasta and noodles. Fruits would be the starchy vegetables. So ano-ano yung mga starchy vegetables? And include yung mga beans, root crops tulad ng kamote, tulad ng patatas, carrots kapag sobra-sobra, kalabasa, munggo, garbanzos, at iba pang mga gulay na mataas sa starch content. Because again, starch can be converted into glucose. Pwede pa rin tumaas at mag-spike ang inyong blood sugar with high starch intake. So, if you want to fully heal, follow real food. Follow our safe list and our JVC Rojo food list and stick lang tayo sa real nutrient-dense food na mababa sa carbohydrates tulad ng isda, tulad ng karne, tulad ng manok, itlog, mga green leafy vegetables, if nauumay na kayo sa ulam. But generally, ulam at gulay lamang ay pwede na. At iwasan ang mga 7 food groups na ito na pwedeng sanhi ng inyong pagiging sakitin o yung dahilan kung bakit hindi pa rin kayo gumagaling sa inyong sakit despite compliance with medications. Again, these are the 7 food groups na pwedeng rason bakit hindi kayo gumagaling if napapasobra yung inyong pagkain sa kahit isa lang dito. Number 1 would be the sugary drinks tulad ng soft drinks, fruit juices, milk tea, fraps, milk-based and chocolate-based na mga drinks. Number 2, including yung mga yogurts but very sweet or sweetened yogurts, artificial yogurt drinks. Number 2 would be desserts, ice cream, cookies, cakes, fruit salad. All of those are very high in sugar and fructose. Number 3 would be rice. Kahit pa brown rice pa yan, red rice pa yan, or black rice pa yan, rice pa rin yan. All other grains, kahit mais, those are still included in our grain section or rice section. Number 4 would be bread. So any kind of bread, white bread, yung pinaka the worst. Hindi rin malayo yung epekto kahit pa ng mga full grain bread. So if you want to lower your insulin resistance, better to avoid them. Of course, pasta, noodles, the likes, kahit ano pa ang shapes and form ng pasta, starch pa rin yan. Number 6 would be our fruits when eaten too much, especially yung hindi mga low-carb fruits, mga high-carb na mga matatamis na fruits. And lastly would be the starchy vegetables. So, I'll see you again in our next video. Thank you so much for watching. Always remember to stay low-carb so that we all stay safe. Bye! Welcome to National Low Carb Day, Philippines. Last year, October 2, 2022, we held the first ever and the biggest low-carb gathering in the country. Sobrang dami pong nag-join, especially from all over the Philippines, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. And marami ding dumalo, umuwi ng Pilipinas galing ng ibang bansa just to join the fun. We thank our partners, of course, in making this event very, very successful. It was full of learning, full of fun, a lot of meaningful conversations and testimonials galing sa thousands of people na napagaling at gumanda yung kanilang health at gumanda yung kanilang buhay because of low-carb nutrition and therapeutic fasting. We had workshop, merong expo ng iba't ibang providers ng low-carb products here in the country. And of course, marami din pong Q&A session na kung saan marami yung natuto more on LCF way of life. And this year, we would like to invite you all for another memorable Year 2 National Low Carb Day PH on October 1, 2023 sa FILINVEST tent, Alabang. I hope to see you there and meet not just me but together with all other coaches, influencers, advocates of low carb and fasting nutrition here in the country. Tayong lahat ay magsasama-sama and help our community grow even bigger by raising the awareness of the benefits of low-carb nutrition. And of course, we will provide you the best program ever. It will start from 1 o'clock in the afternoon until 6 p.m. and included na po in our registration would be the low-carb snacks provided by our trusted partners in this way of life. One of the things that we will look forward, aside from meeting your favorite low-carb enthusiasts in the country, is also the workshop part na kung saan tuturuan tayo how to sustain a household na low-carb within a budget. And of course, very easy and practical tips para hindi mahirapan ang mga mommies at ang mga sa kusina, kitchen, and pantry for every Filipino household. Together with us then are our other coaches na focusing naman on fitness. So we will give you practical exercise tips, especially for seniors, beginners, and for those na meron ng experience about working out, so that low-carb nutrition ay hindi lang po para weight loss, but it's about optimizing health, especially increasing the muscle bulk, increasing the lean body mass that is very much correlated naman in overall health. Aside from that, magkakaroon din ng mga cooking demo, Q&A session, and medical discussion together with the low-carb doctors na napapractice here in the Philippines. And of course, hindi mawawala ang fun and excitement na mangyayari because of the show that we are going to prepare for you. Add to that, the many raffle that you can possibly win and take home. Not just goodies, but also gadgets na pwedeng pang-adjunct, very helpful in our medical healing journey. So make sure na makaka-register kayo on our National Low Carb Day because the seats po are just limited. Log on to our website, www.nationallowcarbday.com at mag-register na po kayo before the early bird rate ends. Maraming salamat po. I'll see you on October 1, 2023 at the FILINVEST tent in Alabang, Muntinlupa City. Thank you very much. See you. Stay low carb. Stay safe. National Low Carb Day 2023 is co-presented by Burp Low Carb Deli. We thank our platinum sponsors: Perfect Match Low Carb Selections, Lorene Goodness from Coconuts, Just Go Low Carb. We are grateful to our gold sponsors: Keto Mojo, Health Max Care, Shapes Keto Cakes, Gabry's, Natural Sweetener, and Keto Zone. Thank you and see you on October 1.